So, what we said about Johnny the Homicidal Maniac was that
it's a bloodbath.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blood.
It's very
death, swears.
Gory.
He makes fun of religion. He makes fun of all the problems of society. He makes fun
everything
of goth
and everything
people.
You can.
He literally just makes cracks about everyone and everything. And I mean, it is just like the entire time that Johnny's like brutally slaughtering people, he's like talking about just like, you know, what's going on in his head and stuff. And then, you know, he, like the first, what is it, like 5 books are a little bit repetitive. But then once once he dies, and then you actually see that he wasn't crazy and there actually was a monster that was behind the wall and he had to feed it blood and stuff. And then he goes to heaven first, and you know, see the fat god with the TM God t-shirt. And
he's always provoked when he...
Remember the girl that he was dating?
Well,
he just randomly was like, no, I'm happy. Her. I don't know how to deal with this. All right, nice time.
Well, he provoked himself though because he felt that it couldn't be real. He didn't hate everyone. Johnny was like almost afraid to like anyone.
He does a big point about how he, like, emotions are in his mind pointless and they make you weak.
Yeah. That would be...
But didn't you just say he had no emotion? Or the feelings inside of him?
Yeah, well, which is funny because at the same time, he like he's like, emotions and feelings, they're bad, and pleasure, I don't know what that is, yet he loves killing people.
Yeah.
He gets angry at people so easily, and he gets so happy by killing people.
It's like,
well, I think
he's not like, it's like he's 2 different people, but he's not.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying that he has no feeling when he kills people, but yet he still expresses emotion.
Yeah, he's like, what's the word? He's in denial. He won't accept that he's like, no, I don't feel anything. I don't have emotions. He's in denial because he totally does.
What he should be doing.
Well,
even know when, after he figured out that when he really decided the monster behind the wall was like...
That was his purpose, and now he can control his own mind.
That might be a metaphor for society. Like, we all think we have control, but
we're never really sure, exactly. And it's almost worse to not know, you know? Yeah.
And I think that might be really interesting that the only person he doesn't ever consider killing is Squee. Like, it never even crosses his mind that he could kill Squee.
No, I think it does. Because when he crawls under the bed in, like, the last book/chapter thing, because the dad's coming in, he's like, I could totally shove a knife up through this mattress. Wouldn't that be funny? And then he, like, crawls under the bed and Squee's like, yeah.
Most of the people he kills, do have some, like, really awful thing they were doing that triggered Johnny. Like, people that decided they were gonna beat him up because he was really skinny and he looked like a dork, air quotes.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like he's trying to, like, get revenge on them or something?
But
if you said they were, like, doing things to him? I don't know if that makes sense.
I think it's just that he just snaps really easily, and he just, you know...
Short-tempered?
Yeah, and people just piss him off. Like, you know, the lady in the Taco Bell is like, oh boy.
Hey, Hannah, you're pissing me off. I'm gonna kill you.
And then he just hates the word wacky, and then everyone else keeps saying wacky, which, you know, pisses him off even more.
So he kind of has things that trigger him.
Yeah, you know, but it also...
Besides things that just, like, piss him off.
But saying the word wacky is not a reason to kill anyone.
But, I mean, some people, like, I don't know, people have, like, tics that, like...
Yeah.
If you say something and they'll just, like, go crazy.
Yeah. And so that's all it is that he's just, you know, and a lot of things just set him off.
I'm kind of curious as to, like, what possibly could have made Johnny like that. Like,
made him, like, do what he does. Like,
because you don't know anything about Johnny, about his childhood. I mean,
I think it has to do with his purpose.
Yeah. Because Nail Bunny goes into, like, how he was a good boy and he used to be an artist and do, like, legitimate artwork. Like,
yeah. But I do think that it was, you know, going along with the storyline, it was probably meant to be, like, preconceived that he was going to end up like that, because what sane person, you know, has access to large amounts of blood that they can just put on walls? Like, you know, you have to be a crazy mass.
Yeah. So, Morpheus is the main character. He's Dream. He's the, you know, Lord of the Land of Dreams and everything.
He lost his pouch.
Lost his
with
power.
his sand.
Yeah, because they took everything from him when they captured him, and so then basically his quest in book 1 is to get it all back so he can go back, try to fix the world. Do you guys think he's a good person and he really has a good purpose? And like, what do you think of him?
Morpheus?
Yeah.
I
don't know whether it's a really question about good or bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have a purpose, you know, to keep the dreams safe and everything. And the dream world, you know, dreams have a large effect on people, you know, and so, you know, you need someone to keep that in check, because when he lost his stuff and the one guy took his bag of sand and everything, you know, like, everything went into chaos, and, he had to then fix it all and stuff. So, you know, you need someone to keep everything in check. And, like, in book 2, it goes a little bit more into a big reason, you know, why he needs to be there. Like, something happens and he has to fix it.
Yeah.
So, but, you know,
Yeah. But even in book 1, like, all those people, like, permanently go to sleep and spend their entire lives asleep because he was trapped and he wasn't able to control the dream world anymore. And there were tons of people that just couldn't ever sleep because they just always have really awful dreams. So, like, there was this lack of balance and the world didn't function.
Yeah. And then the people that fell asleep for years at a time. And, you know, and then when they woke up, you know, the one lady, I think they talk about her in book 1, she was, like, raped during her sleep and she had a child.
Right.
And, you know, like, their lives have completely changed and everything. So,
like, they went from being, like, really little kids to full-blown grown-ups, and they were just asleep the entire time.
I know. He definitely is important.
Yeah. And I think he definitely wants to take care of dreaming people and help the world. Mm-hmm. And you could really see that when he, like, went up against the guy who was using his gem to just torture people, because he was just so horrified by everything the guy was doing. Like, you know, that's not the way dreams are supposed to be used. That's not their purpose. Mm-hmm. And it was like a bastardization of everything that should be. I know, I can't even say the word right.
Yeah. But wait, and then also, you know, if you don't have any dreams, that's a problem, because then the people couldn't, you know.
Yeah.
It's like there's, you know, and then too much dreams, like the girl who was, like, getting high off of his sand, and she turned into that gross, disgusting
thing.
Yeah.
And, like, the house was, like, keeping her stuck in there, and no one could get to her, and it was, like...
Yeah. I personally love this portrayal of death.
The little punk girl.
I mean, she's so adorable, though.
Yeah, and she's really kind.
Exactly.
And it's kind of ironic, because, I mean,
it's soothing.
It's really it's the last thing you're shown in book 1 is, like, death going around helping all these people pass on. And it's ironic when you compare it to, like, how the book started with the occult people trying to capture death so they wouldn't have to die.
Yeah,
and
it's the last thing you'd expect at the end.
And it's also funny because you get this sense of, like, you know, death is
like,
this...
hate death.
Death is this
scary,
huge, monstrous, like, force that humans would never be able to control, and it's this thing that if they summon it, it's going to be, you know, chaos, it's going to be unleashed on the world, and then you see it's just this girl, you know?
Yeah.
And I also like that, you know, if you put that girl as she is in our society now, people would look at her funny. Like, she doesn't look like the type of, you know, people would stereotype her. She's wearing all black. She's got, you know, the boots and, like, cargo pants. And then, like, the thick eyeliner and, like, the crazy black hair.
And, like, the onk.
She stands out.
She doesn't
But it doesn't
strike
matter.
you. She doesn't strike you as one of those, like, sweet, nice, caring girls, you know? You think she was more of, like, a standoffish kind of girl. And it's a parallel to, like, the conceptions of death. Like, you know, everyone's afraid of death. No one wants to... But
really, it's not that bad.
Yeah, no one wants to talk... Like, no one wants to go and deal with death and everything. And then, you know, when you actually see the way death really is, you know, it's not bad. It's not anything to be afraid of. And it's the same with her. People would look at her and be like, oh, I'll stay away from her. She probably has problems or something, you know. And then
it's crazy.
She's sweet, you know. She's nice to the man. She's nice to the boy that gets hit out of the car. She cradles the baby, you know. She's just there as a guiding force. She's not someone who just rips you from your life, like, brutally. She's, you know, she's good.